All right.
Nice music.
We are back.
Jeez. Oh, man. What a busy day.
Had to find a good one that had a little groove to it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the music?
I like it.
Oh, we did. We love it. It's a great pick, too. Jeff picked this one out. We guys had a busy day today?
No.
Busy.
I'm not talking to Jeff.
Yeah, I know.
We all secretly hate Jeff in a lovingly way.
I like Jeff. He's a good guy.
Yeah, you know, especially on Tuesdays when he doesn't have to work the next day. All right, guys, it's the first half of the Dudes Like Us podcast. It's Tuesday, May 26th. We have Chuck as our producer taking the high road over there, making sure that we got all our stuff and our faculties together. We have a guest today, and we're going to go around the table. It's Dudes Like Us. I'm Sean.
I'm Paul.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Jared.
And we're here to talk about things, talk about all kinds of things. We got a busy board up there with lots of topics, but Jared specifically is here to share his life experiences and kind of where he's at with the Frisco political realm. And with that, what say you?
So, my name is Jared Elad. I'm on the Frisco City Council. I got elected last year. For those that don't know, my better half got elected to Frisco School Board 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. And she also got reelected when I ran last year. So she's the smart one in the family. I'm kind of the Forrest Gump of the family. So
you had like a whole family of just political drama through like the whole period, huh?
You know, it was kind of funny. Someone that's in the political arena, the mother came up to me about 2 weeks ago and says, you know, you and Stephanie are doomed. You're probably going to get divorced. And I looked at her and I was like, and so the other her daughter, who's friends of ours, said, "Mom, what are you trying to do?" Because, well, I guess I can tell the story. It was Mayor Masso. I don't know if you remember the old Mayor Masso. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mayor.
Yeah, Mayor Masso. So his ex-wife is the one who told us that that we're going to get divorced, and so the wife's daughter, Alyssa Masso, was like, "What are you doing?" And I just thought, wow, she jinxed us. I guess if we get divorced, it's all her fault.
Yeah, no kidding.
But no, we're doing okay. It's interesting. It's hard not to talk about politics and what's going on in Frisco, but we do a pretty good job. We actually have a rule that when the kids are around, we don't talk about it. We immediately stop right
good.
there.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, that was a rule that my wife came
Otherwise,
up
it would be all-consuming.
It is.
It's easy to be all-consuming.
It is. There's just, you guys don't even know the half. You don't even know a quarter of what's really going on out there.
Right, yeah.
Well, that's why you're here.
That's why I'm here. Exactly.
You're going to spill the inner workings.
I'm going to.
Well, not just that, but
all the
we
stuff
kind of want to know.
You don't want to know a lot of it.
How to get lined up with it. Before you get into the nitty-gritty of behind-the-scenes kind of stuff, let's say I'm just plain Jane Sean from the Dudes Like Us podcast, and you know what? I want to get into the realm of politics out there, whether it's a city seat. I mean, what seats are available?
So each year, either city council or ISD, you can go for Frisco ISD. There's always 2 seats available, always. Okay, but on Frisco, for ISD, they have 1 year that it's 3 seats are available. That's the year my wife runs.
Now, do those seats apply to a specific area of Frisco?
No. So that's what makes Frisco unique, is that they're all what's called at large. Okay. At large means you have to represent the entire city. Now, that presents a challenge. Here's why. Frisco has 250,000 people. Mm-hmm. The average state house race, like a Jared Patterson, Carissa Richardson, the Matt Shaheen, those races are only 200,000 residents.
Right.
So when you're running for Frisco ISD or for Frisco City Council, you're running a bigger race than a state house race.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. So in other cities like Plano, McKinney, where they have like a district, you're talking just a few neighborhoods that you just got to worry about.
Right.
But I'll be very frank about it. So I don't like the word to be honest. I'll say frank or candid. Here's why. Because that, if you say that to be honest, it lets me know, so you're not honest with me all the time.
Sure.
Right?
What else are you lying about?
Exactly. And as a politician, we're always lying, right? But to be frank, I like this setup. Here's why. What happens is when it's a district, you develop these fiefdoms where I'll only vote on this if I get something for my neighborhood.
Right.
Whereas we have to vote, when we vote, it's for the whole city as a whole.
Yep.
Which I think is a much better model. Now it makes it much more difficult. In
terms of how to campaign,
absolutely,
how to appeal to everyone and know everything that's going on everywhere in the city, right?
It does. You have to appeal to all the neighborhoods. You have to appeal to everyone. And that's what I was able to do. So, my wife was considered a major outsider when she ran, and she won.
Okay.
I can't tell you how many times people came up to us and said, "You're never going to win. You don't have a chance. We're going to crush you into dust."
Oh, wow.
Oh, it
So
was
very
Even on the
friendly.
school board.
this is school board.
Yeah, friendly
School board.
competition, huh?
Right. It makes a hockey game look like a game of Parcheesi. I mean, it's like,
Ooh, man.
it's not for the faint of
I
heart.
haven't played Parcheesi in a long time.
Yeah.
I don't even know
Okay.
what that is.
I think I heard that on a movie once. I'm not sure either.
But one drawback possibly is if all the seats come from the same area of town, then they're not truly representing everybody.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So there is,
Exactly.
I guess there is a risk of people feeling like they're marginalized because
You're right.
West Frisco has all the candidates.
Is there one area that's overrepresented in Frisco, or is it fairly spread out?
Yeah, that's a better way to ask that.
Wow, you guys must have done your homework.
Look at that shitty.
Look at this guy.
He's like, I'm about to drop a hammer.
We're no dummies.
So that was a major campaign point for me. If you look at Frisco, it's a tale of two cities.
Right, it is.
Yeah.
You've got the west side with all the shiny, brand new, cool stuff. And then you got the east side where I live and when you guys are. This is the neglected side. There's no development here. The PGA, the Star, Universal, you name it. The Fields development.
Just new subdivisions, right?
Everything
Home
that's
building, that's
great is all on the west
Yeah,
side.
where it has been.
Where does everyone live? All the city council, the mayor, all on the west side, except for me.
Right.
I'm the only one that's on the east side.
And
I take that back. Mark is too. Mark Hill is, but he's not. He hasn't been elected
here
yet.
too.
What's that?
Ann Anderson lives over here too.
Oh, does she? Okay.
Yeah,
The
she's an east
majority. Well, before
Yeah.
Ann, it was it was just me
Well, we got the hole in
and
the
Stephanie.
ground. We got
do
the
have the
pit.
pit.
The
Yeah,
mix.
that's right.
Well, we do have that.
We
Well,
love that thing.
that's barely our side.
It's a,
but yes,
it's a
Right.
scuba park, right? It's a scuba park.
That's what it
Scuba
is.
tank.
it's a scuba tank.
No, that's a good point. I guess all the new developments, I guess technically Universal's on the east side of the tollway as well, but everything, you're right, is developed on that.
is.
The one, I look at it this way. That's a heck of a lot of traffic that they're having to deal with.
It
Yeah.
is.
But we don't necessarily have to deal with, but we
So-
still have access to.
Well, but okay. So yes, all the new development and the fancy developments happening on the west side, but it's not like it happened because those city council members live on that side and they did it for their own benefit. Is it? I mean,
I think it's opportunity. That was where the land was.
yeah, exactly.
There's
Did
a
it really,
finite amount of
Part
land.
of it was that, but they did, in my humble opinion, I don't think they did a very good job on the 20. So we have what's called a 2040 plan,
Okay.
and so they planned all this out,
Sure.
and they didn't do a good job in balancing the city out.
Okay.
Because had they put some of the development over on this side of town, so we're developing
Sure.
what Plano has. Plano, if you go to Plano, the east side of Plano is undesirable. Why? Because it's got apartments. It doesn't have any of the nice developments.
Right.
Everything is on the west side.
Fancy retail, you know.
Exactly. That nobody wants to live on the east side. So you would have thought they would. There's a model. We border with, right? We border.
They
with
should have
them.
learned from that, in other
They
words.
should have learned from that.
Is it too late? I mean, there's no land. There's still land on the east
it's
side,
never
yeah.
too late because we got Brinkman Ranch. There's quite a bit of land. It's
Ton of
coming-
land.
Yeah. Nothing.
What do we got? We got 15%, 13%.
We got about a little less than 15% now, about 13-14% left.
Is that all going to commercial property?
A lot of it is. I mean, that's where the money is, and that's where all the. We have multi-billion-dollar developments. The Mix,
Right.
the Fields development.
Yep.
A Firefly Park.
Right.
Universal hasn't opened up yet. The stuff around the PGA, there's still land around there. I'm hoping that we can bring some of that development to the east side something that's a draw to balance out the city is that's my hope.
Well, has anything been floated as like, I mean, just
Not
in
yet.
concept?
No.
Like we need a
Disney
No.
World.
We need a Disney World. Well,
That was the theory back when I moved here 20 plus years ago, 30 years ago.
That's going
A whiskey distillery.
There you go.
Then we could use that. That
We
wouldn't be
can't
so
sell
bad.
whiskey in Frisco, but we can make it.
Yeah, well,
right?
what
We
about
can make
that?
it. We can make it.
God bless it. What is the deal with that? Why is it? Because we're
It's two
split
counties.
between two counties?
Denton
Yeah.
and Collin County. Yeah.
God
We,
bless
yeah,
it.
they
We need
are-
to fix that.
Yeah.
Well, that's the state legislature that we have to deal
Yeah,
with.
it's not the city.
Yeah.
That does make Frisco unique because we are in two counties, and they're two very different. Denton side is much more conservative than the Collin side. Interestingly enough, I'm not sure why that is, but that's
smarter.
what it is.
Where's that line at?
I was gonna say,
through Frisco.
It's
Do we know?
it's the toll road. That's
Oh,
the-
is that really?
Yeah, that's the dividing line. As soon as you cross El Dorado, they got a sign that says Denton County. It's right there.
Oh.
So right there on the toll road. Now, where is the east boundary of Collin?
Custer. Custer is that divides Frisco and McKinney.
And then it becomes what county on the?
It's still Collin.
So-
It's still Collin County.
Oh, it's still Collin.
Yeah, it's still Collin.
Yeah, but
County.
where is the eastern line of the Collin County?
See, let's look at the board right there.
It's
we got the
pretty
little red dot.
far. It's
no,
well,
that's the west side.
that's the west side. It goes all the way to the right. It goes
Yeah,
way
how
out
far
there.
east does Collin County go?
It goes past Princeton. I know that.
Does
I
it
know
really? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. It goes way out there and north.
Oh, holy cow.
It includes Melissa, Anna. Yeah,
Did
no.
you guys
Co-
know?
Way out to Farmersville.
Did you guys know that Collin was that big?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
As a
Collins,
county?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it goes
Oh,
south.
sure.
It goes south past
Oh,
Plano. Oh yeah, and Richardson too.
You guys are like, cool, Paul, you're an idiot.
I had
Come on,
no
Paul.
idea it was that
Yeah,
big.
no, Collins massive.
It is massive.
It's massive. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really, really big.
Well, that's how I knew. I mean, when you get these weather alerts and they're like, "Oh, it's a tornado warning in Collin,"
Yeah.
and then it's nowhere near us,
It hits Farmersville.
right? Exactly. So anyway, there you have it. Yeah, so you're right. Collin and Denton are totally,
They're very unique.
Very different.
They're very unique. That's for
and
sure.
Denton's huge too. How big? Show us Denton County. How far
Denton
west
goes
does that
way
go?
out past. I know Decatur, or no, not that far, but it goes way out there.
Yeah,
Not
see?
not Decatur. That's Fort Worth.
Same deal,
That's
though.
Tarrant County, but I know it definitely past Denton, obviously, and I think
Yeah, no,
it goes to Sanger,
Yeah, there you go.
and it goes down a little bit. It's out there for sure.
Two big counties. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's massive. And they have rivalries, like the Denton County Commissioner and the Collin County Commissioner. They don't like each other very much. I probably shouldn't say that on here, but
Is there just jealousy about how?
I don't know I don't know the backstory on that, but I've heard through the grapevine
It was
that
a
they're not-
barbecue off.
Maybe,
No, it was.
maybe
Someone's
one of them
brisket
lost
was
a
dry,
Yeah.
Dry AF.
Right, AF, yes.
Dry AF.
Did you see my text?
No, I don't. I blocked you if you didn't recognize that. They make fun of my brisket.
No.
Oh,
I
we're
don't.
not
bad
making
is it?
fun of it.
Yeah,
I mean,
you are.
well, you did it.
Friends don't do that, by the way.
Yeah, they
it
shouldn't
was,
do
It was
that.
constructive
Brisket's
criticism.
tough.
That's
It
all.
was.
It was a friendly one.
I do a decent brisket. I'll bring it on here next time.
There you go. I'm
can
always
have
up
some
for
of
a
that.
good brisket.
Yeah, you'll be invited
It's
back
decent.
anytime.
It's not great. My wife says it's really good, but of course she has to, right?
No,
I pay her
My
to
wife
say
won't.
that.
Well, who are you? They don't have to say that at all, do they?
Well, no, my wife doesn't normally, but she will say that. She says I make a decent brisket. So.
There you go. Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So, how do your kids feeling about you guys being crazy busy all the time?
How old are you kids? if
Yeah,
you don't mind me
Yeah, so I got a daughter that graduated Texas Tech. She just graduated summa cum laude. I'm
Oh,
so
nice.
proud of her.
Very nice.
She was going to go get a master's degree and then decided she wanted to work and make money.
Yeah.
So she literally just graduated in last August, and then she got a job, and then she was going to do a master's, then changed her mind, and now she's in HR just like my wife is, and she's doing really, really well. I've rubbed off on her. She came to me, so we, as a graduation present, we gave her money, a really nice down payment on a new car.
Nice.
And so I didn't realize how much money that she saves from her work. And she came to me and she said,
I'm getting a Lambo.
Yeah.
"No, it's a nice little
That new
sedan."
$600,000 one?
No, any Lambo that's for Dad. No, she doesn't get the Lambo. But she came to me about 3 months ago after she only had the car for a couple of months, and she said, "Hey, I'm thinking about paying off the car.
Oh my god!
I was like, oh. She goes, do you think that's a good idea? So being in the business, I'm a financial advisor, so I whipped out my financial calculator I calculated the interest on it. I said, it's going to be about $2,900. So imagine you pay it off. You just gave yourself $2,900.
Yeah.
And I said, and I didn't tell her to do it. I just said, think about that. Next day, I found out from my wife. She's like, she paid the car off.
I would have thought I gave her too much money for graduation. Yeah, that's what I would have thought.
Well, it did run through my mind a little bit. I said, so, interesting enough, you said that. Someone had told us this. Well, actually, my wife's mother, when my wife graduated college, said, you have 6 months. 6 months. You can stay as long as you want, but you're going to start paying rent and pay half the bills. And
after 6 months.
After 6 months.
Right.
And
that's motivation.
And you don't get to make any of the rules. There's still all my rules. Oh. So my wife moved out right after that. And so now we've decided is now my daughter's starting, she has to pay for her gym membership, and we're going to pay for the cell phone. And she's like, and it was really funny because she had to go to Irving, her first job. And she was like, she had to wake up really early and the traffic. And she's like, what's with the traffic and the toll roads? And I said, welcome to adulthood.
No kidding.
Yes.
Welcome to adulthood.
My kids are feeling this as well,
Yeah.
My son and his fiance just bought a new house. They're like, man, we spent so much money over the last 3 months. I was like, yeah, adulting is not cheap.
It is.
Especially when you're filling out the new house.
Yeah.
Right? Getting furniture
Exactly.
and this and that. And
it's, and he's still on my toll tag because he's driving my truck. But as soon as I get my truck back and he gets his new one, I'm like, you're on your own for toll tags. And he pays for everything else but the toll tag. But, my other son is still in school, and I don't think he understands the concept of toll tag. I mean, he's charging, I think, $500 a month in tolls.
He's like,
what?
Yeah.
It's
ridiculous.
Wow. That's ridiculous.
Wow.
When we first moved here, we just took tolls everywhere. And then at the end of the year, I looked at how much we spent. We spent like $3,500, $4,000. I was like, oh my God.
Crazy.
So now I have it on my Google Maps or Waze, I have it set to avoid tolls.
Yes.
And I avoided it. And you know what I found was it ended up, I only saved like 5 minutes, 6 minutes. In some cases, it was 20, 25 minutes. But in many cases, you're not really saving a whole lot of time.
Yep.
And,
No, you're not.
You're not.
It was a topic of discussion with Rod Villauer when he was on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about the tolls, and it was just we just chatted about it because it's just like, all right, well, when is enough? Meaning, the toll was there for a reason. We needed to make the toll. So it's just like after a certain point, it needs to be paid off. And furthermore, if you need to maintain it, then I'm okay with providing some money for that to maintain it, but you need to change the tolls. Yeah. Like instead of charging whatever they're charging now, and I think Rod was saying, go back 10 miles. So wherever the toll ends or wherever they're working at it, go back 10 miles, and anything beyond 10 miles, they need to drop down to like nothing. Right. Almost.
So the old
bare necessities.
Let me expand on that for a second. So I used to live in it is robbery because I used to live in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and they have a toll road between Tulsa and Oklahoma City. That was built in 1960, 65, something like that. It was paid for after 10 years.
Right.
It's $20 now to go between Tulsa and Oklahoma City. Where does all that money go?
Are they not expanding?
No, it's the same road.
That's a problem.
Well, it's a tax that they don't want to get rid of.
Exactly, because somebody has got their hand in the cookie jar.
For sure.
And the thing that makes tolls where people don't, the average person, they're not going to sit there and do the calculation, is they're like, oh, they see 75 cents. What they don't realize is that's for the first 3 miles. Then after that, it's another 75 or $1.50. And then by the time you get to where you're at, you spent $6 or $7.
Right.
Yep.
And you don't realize
each direction every day.
Each direction every day. And I agree with you. At some point, now that they've paid, I get why they have it. They needed to pay for the roads. Totally get that.
Right.
But at some point, we need to take. Do you know we don't have but one road that's toll free? It's the 75.
Right.
Got the toll road, the 121.
Yep.
How does the average person make it? They're paying thousands. That's not fair.
I'm waiting for 380 to turn toll.
Yeah, and it will.
Well,
it probably will.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they're stockpiling money, right? Because they're going to have to turn 380 into a toll road. I bet you outer loop probably is going to be a toll road.
Oh,
at
that
some
for
point.
sure will, because look at Austin. Their outer loop is
it is a toll road.
It is a toll road,
Yeah,
and
so-
it's expensive.
Right. And so, I mean, obviously right now it's got a bunch of lights and it's only 2 lanes, but they're going to turn it into a toll road because, well, first off,
Yeah,
it's going to grow like crazy up
it
there.
is.
And eventually people are going to be upset if outer loop stays that way for 10 years.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
No,
So they're going to
it's-
demand a freeway and you got to pay for it.
and you got to pay for it. And it's, I think it was you just said it. It's a tax that nobody will get rid of.
No.
Yeah.
No one will have the
never ending.
political
Because
capital.
expansion never stops. Expansion
Well, it's not
never
just
stops.
that.
But I will
it's-
tell you, I'd be the first one if I was county commissioner, or if I was someone a state rep. I mean, think about that. That would signify that you're for the people, right?
Yeah.
And I don't see that very often. A toll road. You talk to Stephanie. That's a big thing for me. It's like, why is this thing forever?
Right.
And, I get they need some money to maintain it and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, but you're looking at, $1,000 a half a mile or something like. I mean, it's
Well,
All right,
nothing.
so let me
And here's
play-
what they've done.
Yeah.
Let me expand a little bit further. Now they've developed what California had. I'm from I live in California for many years, where I met Stephanie. They have surge pricing.
Oh yeah. I have
So
that here.
during peak pricing, now that toll is triple the cost.
Wait,
in
hold on.
some
We already
cases.
have that. 635,
We do.
635 Express
has
has
it.
surge pricing.
Yes, they do. That's
bullshit,
coming
man.
to us too. It's like crazy.
Yeah, that's not okay. Here's I'll play devil's advocate. Let's say we do nothing, right? Everybody, if they stop the tolls, they don't expand into North Texas, they don't expand, into prosperous Salina. 15 years go by, everybody gets upset that they didn't plan accordingly, the traffic's absolutely choking, they didn't do anything. I mean, what is the alternative to not have a toll road? You have to do a bond, raise money to build publicly funded roads.
So what you
Right?
do is what we're
And no
doing.
one's going to like that.
No, they're not. So here's what you do. It's what we're doing right now. Me and Councilman Thacker. So I'm on what's called the North Texas Commission. He's on the Regional Transportation Commission.
Okay.
We lobby for dollars to come to our area to build this infrastructure. That's how you do some of it.
Okay.
And then that way, because there are hundreds of millions of dollars.
Are those federal funds or state funds?
They're both. And the problem is, it's you're going to get this. It's very political.
Oh, for
so, City of Dallas, Arlington, the biggest, the people that have been on these committees for a long time, they get the money.
Of course. Political capital, right?
But we have done a terrible job. When
Well,
I
who-
say we, Frisco.
Well, who oversees NTTA?
So I don't know NTTA, but
that's
the
different.
North Texas Commission, the Regional Transportation, they have an executive board, and those people are.
I mean, that's a private
typically-
entity.
It's not a it's part of the region. Okay, so there's an executive board for the RTC. Councilman Thacker's going for the executive board. He's already on the Regional Transportation Commission. He's trying to get on the executive board. He has to be voted on by the members and of the executive board, and so we'll see if he gets it. Now, part of the executive board is it. So they have districts, which you talked about earlier. So we're in with Plano and a couple other cities for that, and so that's where we can get some of the money. But I do agree that that's where we've got to prioritize. We may have to do some bonds, but I think those things should have a time limit.
Right.
And
So, I mean,
that
you can
way-
agree with that. You can come up with a plan, but the end game is how do you have closure on getting rid of it? I mean, it's an idea. It's out there. I mean, 121 is a U.S. state highway
Yeah,
that, due to lack of voting, got converted to a toll.
yeah.
Sam Rayburn. So, but it was 121. That's a U.S. state highway. This should not be a toll.
Well, you bring up a good point. I mean, I-35, 635 is, those are.
I mean,
it's got both. It's got the lower deck where it's charged, and then above
Yeah.
the deck it's not.
I think
it's
the bottom line
frustrating.
is nobody wants to raise tax. No politician wants to be the guy that raises taxes or creates
Yeah.
a mandatory bond that people have to pay for infrastructure. So what do? They pawn it off because they know that everybody's gotten used to paying tolls, and they pawn it off to a private entity to build the
Well,
infrastructure.
I'll tell you what.
That
If you look at some of the roads, they'll put the toll roads side by side with the free road.
Right.
down
Well,
in
the frontage
Dallas.
road, right? Like 121 is actually the frontage road.
Sure.
now.
Correct.
But no, I'm talking about. I'm trying to remember the name of the highway. Like when I'm going over to the Fort Worth side, they'll have the fast toll. Well,
Oh,
the
yeah. I know what you're
30
talking
the
about.
35 has that going north and south. They'll have on the left side. Well, if you're going north, on the left side is the toll, right?
Yep.
If you, what do they call the HOV lane? That's a toll, but the right side isn't.
Right.
And I think that's the.
It's
I
those
think-
express lanes.
It's there you go. That's what I was looking.
Yeah,
at.
it's on
Thank you.
820.
Yes.
820 has them.
Yeah.
Yes.
635
I
has
took
them.
it today.
I think that's the closest thing we can get because it absolutely raises revenue. Those lanes are paid for very quickly within a few years, I'm sure.
Right.
Now, one thing to keep in mind, I will say this: the average people are maybe not aware of. I wasn't aware of until I really started getting involved. Was that 1 mile of road, just 1 mile, costs $20 to $25 million bucks.
Yep. There you go.
So one lane.
People don't know that at
they
all.
don't. I didn't understand it either. That's why money is such a big deal.
And that's probably not even an overpass.
No, that's just
Yeah,
if
but-
you want to expand El Dorado
Yeah,
or
but if you-
Independence, you want
If
to
you think
expand
about it,
that.
we're making that $25 million easily. I mean, there's a ton of cars going up and down that road nonstop.
No.
Well, that's going for the
Nonstop.
toll road. That's not going for Preston.
No, that's not right.
So that costs $25 million for a mile on Preston?
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
It's expensive.
It is
It is
very.
expensive. That's why
so our toll roads
Frisco
are paying for
has
that?
not done
No.
See, Frisco has not had the right councilman on the RTC and the NTC fighting to get those infrastructure dollars. Because I went to Jared Patterson, who's a state rep, and I have a good relationship with him, and I saw he posted, I said he was talking about how he did an expansion over in a small county just north of here. And I said, okay, I said, I'm glad you did that, but why doesn't Frisco get some of that money?
Yeah.
And his answer was, Frisco's never asked.
Mm.
Never
like-
asked.
That's problematic.
That's problematic.
Yeah,
That's
so
very problematic.
so you got to ask for it.
You got to ask.
No, it should be a pie.
You
It
don't
should
ask.
be divvied up.
You don't ask. You
It's
don't
kind of like
get
a
it.
will. You got to go and that's frustrating to hear.
It's extremely frustrating, but we're trying to change that mindset. Unfortunately, Frisco's a great city. It is, but it takes even more hard work and more effort to keep it great. And that's where myself, Councilman Thacker, that's what we're trying to do. We see these opportunities. And I want to give credit to, do you guys know Will Sowell? He was on city
Yep.
council for 9 years, 3 terms.
Yep.
I was talking with him before I ran, and he said that was a big neglect of the city. They were getting these major projects, and they took their eye off the ball. They took their eye off this regional stuff that we should be more involved with and have a better relationships with, which we do not have.
You mean with other cities around us?
cities, the
Allen.
commissions, the state reps? Yes,
NCT COG.
that's right.
Yeah.
You brought that exactly. We don't have that. Now, me and Bert are changing that, and we're hoping that the new people coming on, the Brittnys, the Anns, I hope they're going to get involved. I hope so. But that was not a priority for the previous administration.
They were
more
thinking city only, huh?
city only, very myopic.
Mm.
They were only thinking about the Star and the PGA, and look how great we are. And we do. Listen, I wouldn't want to be any other city. And when people talk mess about Frisco, I'm the first one to say, you wish you were Frisco.
That's right.
Yeah.
You
know
wish
it.
you were us.
yeah.
But on the flip side, I don't want to rub it in their face.
No.
I would just say, hey, how can we partner with you? McKinney is building this brand new amphitheater, spending $300 or $400 million on that. I wonder why we didn't partner with them on that deal. Why not? Why did they build it way over there when maybe we could have joined in and maybe some partnership? Maybe. I
What
don't
is
know.
this?
And then dual
amphitheater?
use,
I
right?
don't
Both
know.
cities take advantage of it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but as we kind of chatted earlier today, I mean, that type or that style of entertainment is shrinking.
It is. Well,
What, you mean
that
like the
particular
arts?
project.
To go to one of these performances.
Like musicals and dramas
Exactly,
and
yeah.
operas and
Yeah.
symphonies. You're
Yes.
saying,
I
you're
just
saying
read.
that's a lost art?
Yeah, I just.
No. What I'm saying is that it's shrinking. It's shrinking. There are people that still want to go and attend those and perform those because they got actors. There's all kinds of things going on, but I don't think it's expanding. Is what I'm getting at. We still have we have places in Dallas, but they're saying like every city has to have its own performance arts center, and that's not true because the performance arts center are essentially they're holes where money goes. They don't produce a lot of money.
I agree. I mean, I enjoy the Broadway. We've had season tickets to the summer musicals down in Dallas. I'll go down there and watch it. I don't need one in my backyard.
Yeah,
agree. Especially for as much as they cost.
Correct.
And they're not really giving back to the community.
No.
If it was privately owned, like Bass Hall, or privately funded,
perhaps
that's one thing. But I don't want to pay for it.
Exactly. You don't want to pay for it because I looked at the financials of the WinSpear and all those down there in Dallas, and even with donations, they're in the red. They're always in the red.
So that's I would not have want to partner with McKinney.
I was just making an analogy that, but you're right. Sure. That one maybe is not a great project. I just read today that apparently concerts, they're struggling because the prices are so high to go to concerts
and everything.
They have these massive budgets for the concerts, and people, they're priced out. Like my daughters wanted to go to Taylor Swift, so my kids are really good about negotiating. I guess I've taught them too well. So they come to me with spreadsheets and PowerPoints, and I'm looking at them, and I'm looking at my wife, and I'm like, I've done too good a job. And we're talking nosebleeds. I'm not talking like middle section 50-yard line type. The top seats at Taylor Swift are like $500-$600.
Crazy.
And I'm like, are you crazy? We're not doing that.
Yeah, pass.
Yep.
We've talked about this in the past because we like going to concerts. Up at Choctaw or over there at
WinStar.
WinStar.
Yeah.
We'll go see the classic band, the Styx, the Loverboys, and
But
Journey and stuff like that.
you just mentioned Choctaw. They financed it themselves.
Correct.
Right. The casino built that.
Right.
Actually, the losers, they went to the casino.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I contributed.
You contributed. You bought that 2 seats up there.
Yeah.
Well, now we go to the Revel if we want to watch a tribute band, because that's essentially what a lot of these older bands are.
This is true. But what I'm saying is, we're looking at some concerts up there, and they're $250, $300 for that location.
Yeah, I mean, Chuck, you're going to Rush, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And how much were those tickets?
$400.
Where?
Dickies Arena in Fort Worth.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable.
See, I don't get that. I will say, FC Dallas has a nice package because a friend of mine, actually Ivan, you met Ivan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We've had Ivan.
So you get a package of 4 seats, but it includes all you can eat food with
Wow.
it, and it's like $30 a ticket.
The hot dogs?
Yeah, they give you hot dogs and pretzels and chips.
Really
and
good
drinks.
hot dog.
Oh,
And actually, I think it may include beer, may not include beer. Probably not beer, but sodas for sure. Sure.
It all matters because
it does.
It's ridiculous.
And it's a nice family event where they can go. You don't have to worry about eating at home. The kids enjoy the experience.
Sure.
Right.
So
right.
FC Dallas figured that out to do
It
that.
is all about the experience. I mean, because to go to like a Dallas Cowboy game or Texas Rangers game, it's like, forget about it. You know?
Parking is $50 just to even park. And
how is FC Dallas doing?
They're doing great.
Are they really? Like ticket sales and attendance and really, I haven't heard anything in years.
No, they are, and that's why we expanded it. We're using tax dollars to do it, and we get something out of that. We get the tax revenue, obviously sales tax and all that stuff.
Sure.
And we're going to get development around the stadium.
Okay.
They're going to be doing multi-use, restaurants, retail, stuff like that. And it's going to be super positive for the city. And it's, having attractions is good to a certain extent. Now, my fear is, this is my fear, the Universals, Grand Park, FC Dallas, I don't think we have the proper infrastructure for all that tourism to come and hit the city.
You mean traffic?
I agree.
The traffic. I mean, if you think it's bad now,
it's going to be awful.
Oh my! Universal's projected to do 25 to 30,000 a day.
A day.
Unbelievable.
Just Universal. Guess what we're getting next year? The PGA Championship.
Correct.
I mean,
wow.
That's going to draw 100,000 people in less than a week. That's what they
Where
got.
are they all staying?
Well, all the hotel rooms are booked up. They're all booked up already.
See, this is why we live on the east side.
That's the only good side.
but
Yes, the east side.
But
Yeah,
now
I
the
get
east
your
side
point.
is now going to be a haven for B&Bs, which is going to go against the grain of HOA
Yeah, only if your HOA allows
bylaws.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And B&Bs, they bring a lot of issues with that because they kind of destroy neighborhoods. And it's not the greatest.
So
Yeah, growth is a double-edged sword, man.
So
It
the
is.
World Cup that's coming. What kind of traffic and crowd are we expecting here this summer with the
ridiculous.
Swedes?
So we're anticipating a pretty good crowd. Listen, I was talking earlier, security is paramount. The people that don't like the United States, they're going to continue not like us, and they're eyeing it because that's a huge stage, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I will say I've been in some of the meetings, and they're doing a great job. They're vetting people coming in from outside the United States.
Okay.
It's much heightened, but it's going to be a big deal. I'm not sure how big. Now we're the host city for Sweden. We're the base camp. And what that means is they're gonna practice here for like a month.
At the FC Dallas Field.
Yes,
Right.
they're gonna practice there.
Nice.
And again, tickets are gonna be for sale. We don't own. FIFA takes over all that.
Oh, just to watch them practice, you mean?
Yes.
And a lot of people are going to do that.
Yes.
Are they going to shut down Main Street? Meaning, are they going to block it off at the railroad tracks, perhaps?
No.
Because
As far as
that's going to be gridlock down there.
It's not going to be fun. No.
You mean just for the Sweden thing, huh?
Yeah.
Because we're not hosting a game up here, of course.
No.
It's at Jerry World.
Yes.
But interesting. So you're saying that's going to be a big enough draw to be a massive problem.
I don't know about massive. We don't know yet. We don't know the kind of fans that Sweden is. We assume that it's going to be pretty big.
But it's exciting.
We're planning for the worst. And, we're hoping, we want people to come. We want people to see Frisco. We're going to put our best foot forward. We just implemented this thing called the Go Zone where did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
We talked about it on the last podcast.
Oh, you did? Okay. So we just implemented that. That's going to be in full swing. By the way, that was federal tax dollars that we used for that. See, that's the point. That's my point. I
don't think we knew that.
No, we didn't.
No, I thought we thought the city one because it was
It was
what
like
$15 million that was allocated to that. That was federal funds.
We got a lot of federal funds.
Are they
for
all
that.
EV cars?
No.
No, it was like a Sienna, remember?
Little Kia
Yeah.
Carnivals.
Yeah,
They're like these. They're like bigger than SUVs. I don't
They're
know.
a minivan.
all right.
Yeah, it's kind of like a minivan, but no, those are some of the things that we need to start. That's where
Yeah, but
we
they're
did
going
a
to be
good job
useless. They're going to be great throughout the year, but they're going to be useless for
World Cup.
yeah. They're not going to be able to get anywhere near there.
We hope they will.
Well, we'll see.
We hope they will.
Hard
We'll
to-
see what
hard to know.
happens.
I think they're all going to be hanging out at like Kia. All the Swedes.
Yeah, they are. It's the
Get
first
the
place
Swedes.
they're
That's
going
the
to go.
south part of the
Oh,
city.
come on.
It's over by the 121.
Getting
Now I can
meatballs.
imagine they're going to have some vendor out there that's going to be renting battery powered scooters wherever the drop zones are.
Well, he better have a permit for that. So
Yeah, well-
no one can just do that. We won't allow that.
It may be,
I'm glad we don't have that, by the way. Those
But
I agree with you.
but it may be something that maybe have some value during that time. I don't know.
We
You're
haven't
going to have
looked
thousands
at that.
of those going around.
Yeah, that.
I mean,
think
look, I'm
that
not-
creates more problems.
What are you going to do? Have people walk? It's going to
Yes.
be 105 degrees outside.
Well,
Well,
sucks
that's
to
why
suck.
we did,
Hydrate.
But if you notice what happened with the downtown, they poured a lot of money in. They've made the main street much more navigatable. That's a word.
Yeah.
It's still too late.
It is,
two-way.
but the sidewalks are much wider. We're building a big parking garage right there in the middle.
That's
going to
good.
be 500,
It's a good
600
thing.
Yeah, we've got a small little outdoor kind of like an amphitheater right there.
I
It's real
saw
small.
that. Yeah.
That's going to be part of the project. That won't be ready
it
for
definitely
World
looks
Cup.
great down there.
It's
but
looking way better.
It's
for
amped
sure.
up for normal population.
Right.
It's just obsolete when it comes to an event like the World Cup.
Yeah, that's
But you're making it sound like there's a game up here. I mean, there's going to be times when people are going to be able to come
I
and watch
hear
the
you.
Swedish team play, but it's not all day, every day, from 9 a.m. to.
Call me. I'm a Debbie Downer. And I don't mean to be, but at the same time, look, it's been an issue for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
Even with the old road. Guess what? The old road was still 2-way, and now
I
we just
know.
have a prettier 2-way
Yeah, I hear
with
you.
bigger sidewalks. It's still 2-way.
It'll be.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
they haven't improved. They haven't widened it streetwise.
I mean,
They just made it. You're right. It's still 2 lane. But they've made it more aesthetically pleasing.
There could have been something else. I'm just thinking that we could have created like one of the streets north or south, resuming this a little bit south of Main Street. Like make Main Street go west and then make two of the other streets go east. And that way you have a flow. It's not nonstop. You don't have two-way.
Well, that could be something that we work on. Maybe Rod or Mark decides they want to do that.
I don't know. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's poor planning on the big macro level. It's just like you have to have these think tanks that think outside the box.
Well,
like
I also
that.
don't think they want downtown Frisco to be a major thoroughfare.
No.
They want it to be a
Quaint
town.
Well, but we do
look.
want it to. We do want it to have commerce. I mean,
That's what I mean. The commerce, like the
they want
downtown
hotels
McKinney.
and yes, kind of. Yes,
But guess what?
like
Downtown
that.
McKinney's one way.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
true.
my point.
That's true.
And
we
the
turn that
traffic,
one way.
and the traffic is awful.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just do one way. That way, you're going one direction, and then make because you got Louisiana Street downtown
I see what you're
McKinney.
saying.
It's heading east, and then you have Tennessee. It's heading west. So it's just you're.
Oh yeah.
Well, when you run for city council next
There
year,
you go.
you can make that one of your platforms. We should do that.
See what
It does-
what Sean's going to do. See Pecan Street.
Yeah.
Between Pecan and Elm, he's going to bulldoze everything in between those two.
Look, all
Two
of
streets.
those, and you know what? Those businesses that have developed south of Main Street will benefit from that
No, you're
that action
right.
also.
And
That's
you're
an
just
actually
gonna kick
interesting
everybody out of
concept.
their
We
homes
should
and-
kick that around, actually.
I mean, it just makes sense to me. I mean, well, you go down if you go to Greenville, okay, Greenville, Texas. Greenville, Texas initially was set up the same way downtown Frisco is. It was two-way. But what did they do? If you're heading east, heading through Greenville, it forces you to take a right and take the street just south of that main street. And then where you were headed is only coming one direction.
Yep, sure
that
is.
just happened 5 years ago. So, I mean, it's not unheard of. They're doing it. It's kind of a big deal.
I think Louisville does that too. I think Louisville does the same thing. I think downtown Louisville does that.
I don't know. It frustrates me going down there all the time. It's already bad.
I think you just announced that you're running for office.
Man, I wouldn't mind running for office. I don't think I have, honestly, the aptitude. I need to learn so much more.
Hey, if I did it, you can do it.
Yeah,
I don't have much aptitude.
There's so much dirt in Sean's past. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Jared,
you know what? I'm an open book, though.
We're pretty skeptical that he'd be able to pull that off.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, my old dog fighting days.
Yeah.
Betting on the dogs.
Then there's that felony thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Embezzlement thing.
Oh, that too. We forgot about that.
Yeah, but it's just tons of stuff.
Yeah.
You
Too bad.
know, I wouldn't mind running for it. I've entertained the idea.
Okay.
That's why one other thing I was going to ask, sitting out there in the green room, was, what does it take for someone like us to run for office? What does it take? I mean,
I think people normally get their feet wet by doing obviously like HOA. It sounds stupid, but PTA, HOA.
Well, I was our HOA president for 13 years.
There you go.
So,
there you go.
I mean,
there you go.
actually
You're
bring up
qualified.
excellent points. I was going to mention that. Join your PTA, get into leadership.
Yep.
Okay. HOA, that is a mini city council
Absolutely.
because you got to get elected. Okay. And then you get to see the problems in a macro sense.
And you got to work together to
You
solve
do.
problems.
You do.
And then you meet people in the city, and
You do.
You learn how it works, and you.
it was
go,
my way. It's very autocratic.
Yeah.
It was your when you were on PTA.
No, I was our HOA president for over a decade
Okay.
in our community, right around the corner. Chuck now took over it.
Yeah.
Correct.
I had
Okay.
to beg Chuck.
I was
Yeah.
to get on
voluntold.
there, voluntold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I'm leaving.
But you still had to. You had other people on there. You couldn't just say, "Hey, we're doing it this way." You had to have votes, right?
No, I was joking. I wasn't autocratic.
There
but
was
I mean,
a lot of lawsuits, Jared.
No,
There
no,
is.
no.
Yeah, it got ugly.
Yeah.
There is
That's
a lot
what I
of
heard
stuff.
before I got here. I heard about that.
There is a
Yeah.
lot of stuff that you got to pay attention to. I get it.
You
There's
do.
rules, and you have to have grace, and you got to forgive, because there's people that will, there's people that fall in hard times. They can't pay their dues, or they can't cut their grass, and there's all these things. And I would try to come out, like, for example, cutting your grass. Something happens, someone's wife died or passed away.
Sure.
and then you're like, oh my gosh, they're not taking care of their. We went and sent the local our guy, that landscape guy that does our community. I sent him over there. Hey man, just go cut that grass. Fund it. It's like
That's really
$30-$40. We put it on the tab of the HOA. It's just little things like that make a big difference. And from looking outside, from the point of Frisco City Council, I mean, you guys got to start doing the same thing.
You do. Listen, so I told you, so let me tell you a quick story, true story. Wasn't the reason why I ran, but I think you'll find it apropos. So I went to go, so the city has many boards and commissions that you can go join, right? There's planning and zoning, there's CDC, which is Community Development Corporation. We have the EDC. We got Board of Adjustments. We have Visit Frisco. We got all these boards and commissions.
Sure.
So, my wife had already got elected for school board, and I said, you know what, maybe I'll see if I can go apply for one of those boards.
Right.
You know?
I want to get involved.
I want to get involved. I thought, what the heck? I'll try and see. Now, I knew not to go for one of the glamour boards. So there's 3 glamour boards.
Ooh.
It's EDC, CDC, and planning and zoning. Those are the 3 that only the pretty people, so to speak, get to go get on those.
And they're also the most powerful, right?
They're the most powerful. Correct.
The reason why they're on those boards.
Correct. So I applied. 4 of them didn't even respond. 2 did. And so I met with the one person that was gracious enough, and I would say gracious, was Tammy Meterscheigen. She was gracious enough. She met with me. Now, I think there was a little bit behind it because my wife was on school board and she knew how popular my wife is extremely popular. And I think that was part of the reason, but I still gave her the benefit of the doubt that I was very gracious. The others wouldn't meet with me.
Right.
So we met, and
Did they acknowledge you?
Like a thanks, no thanks kind of a thing? Or?
No, 2 did not. 2 did. So that leaves 1. So maybe 3 sent me, hey, we're busy. Put your application in. Or it was a form letter is what it was. Just put your application in. We'll take a look.
But how does that process even work? Do they?
Yeah. So the process.
How do they decide who he gets in?
That's
who you know, of course.
Oh, it's exactly. I'm getting to that.
Okay, sorry,
Whoever
go
gets
ahead.
the bigger chocolate basket.
Yeah. This is where you're gonna. I'm letting you. You're gonna be behind the curtain now on this.
Right.
So I'm sitting there talking with Tammy, and I'm telling her, hey, I was going to do Board of Adjustments, which doesn't sound like much, but every once in a while they get a case that is consequential. It decides these $1 million projects, multi-million in some cases. So they have to make a decision on how they're going to rule in favor or against it. So it wasn't one of the glamour boards, and I said, I thought, well, I have a chance on something like that. So I'm sitting there talking to her. And I was telling her about my background and who I was, and never talked about my wife, but I just talk about my background. And then she kind of put her hand up and she says, "Hey, I'll never forget it." She says, "Hey, that's not how this works." And I said, "Excuse me?" She goes, "Yeah, this is a political position, not a skills position. We decide who gets on there and who doesn't."
Oh, wow.
And I kind of was taken aback, but I was actually taken aback in a good way because at least she was honest.
She was honest about how it really works.
And exactly how it works. And so the majority of people on these boards are political positions. And the reason I'm saying it now is on the campaign trail, it came out. It wasn't even me. Someone else brought it up. Tammy said not once, but twice in 2 separate forums, that's exactly how it works. And people were taken aback going...
Like saying the quiet part out loud type of thing?
Yeah. And even Brian Livingston, who was on city council at the time, he put on Facebook, he goes, well, that's news to me. I've never heard that before.
Right.
But that's exactly how a lot of these positions are picked.
Of course. That's human nature.
These are political favors that are handed out to the cronies of the people that get elected, unfortunately.
Yep.
It is not the best person. In many cases, it's someone that knows. Why do you think that they call it a cliche? It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Of course.
Right.
And unfortunately, that's the way it is. Now,
Most of the time.
When I just did this when I helped select in September, we select these in September, I talked to a number of people. Now, the problem was we had like 150 people apply for all these boards.
Right.
It was literally impossible.
That's the other problem.
That's the other problem. We have to solve that. But I only looked at their resume, and I looked at, hey, what do they bring to the city?
Right.
At no point did I say, well, Sean helped me on my campaign. So
Yep.
Sean wants on there. You got it, buddy. I'll talk to the other guys.
Wait a second. I smoke cigars with you.
Well, you do, but
I'm in the running too,
yeah,
aren't
but
I?
Sean
but you
knocked
weren't-
1,000 doors for me,
Oh,
so you're out.
that's right.
And I'm prettier.
That's right. Okay.
He is, and he brings me brisket too. So you don't.
There you
that's
go.
more political capital.
You don't want
for
his
sure.
brisket.
And a nice bourbon.
Oh yeah, you don't want my brisket.
You don't. Well, yeah, I heard it's
Dry AF.
Yeah,
Dry AF.
dry AF. Yikes. Remember, this is a family show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Family.
Jared, we were actually talking to Mark Hill about this exact thing, and I said, well, what about making it a anonymous submission where you just look at resume? You just look at
Meaning no
application.
name.
Wow.
No name, just resume.
That's interesting.
Or an independent of the city council makes recommendations to the city council, and then they can vote on it, right?
Hell, you could have
Where-
AI.
where you
AI
have-
give you the top 10
If
resumes.
you trust AI.
Oh yeah.
I kind of like
You
the anonymous part. I don't know how we would do that, but
Just no names. I mean, you may be able to
Yeah.
pick out some certain folks based off of
Yeah.
their experience.
Yeah.
You may know who they are, but I think the anonymous way,
Well,
if
and
it's doable.
I hate to be
Good idea.
critical, but I will. I've looked at some of these people and some of these boards, and they're not appropriate. Listen, they're great people. They're nice people. There's nothing wrong with them, but what value do they bring to
Right.
this board?
They're not bringing the ball forward, moving the ball forward for Frisco.
Exactly. So I'll give you an example. Like the guy, a man or woman you want on EDC, Economic Development Corporation, you want the guy that's a senior vice president for Microsoft.
Yep.
Why? Because we want Microsoft to come to Frisco.
Connections.
Exactly. Or he or she is going to, trust me, we recruit. It's not, the people just don't show up to Frisco. We're out there hustling, trying to get these companies.
Yep.
We want the best of the best saying, hey, bring them into these discussions and say, CEO of Toyota or AT&T, I'm a senior vice president I'm the number 3 guy at Microsoft. Here's why you want to come to well, if the number 3 guy from Microsoft is saying that, I'm going to listen.
Sure.
Are they going to listen to the guy that, that retired 25 years ago, that owned a small business? No, they're not, that's
Right.
a really nice guy that's lived here for 20, 30 years. That's why each of the candidates bring a unique perspective. Rod had a very large, construction company.
Yep.
And so he brings that perspective. So he knows how to probably negotiate $1 million deals. But then you have Mark Hill, he's an attorney. He has a small firm. He's probably done sort of the same thing. He brings a certain perspective there too. So
Sure. And they're both well connected.
they're both well connected. I will tell you, Rod he knows all the big players. He rattles off names, and I'm like, that person really well? He goes, oh yeah, I go to lunch with him all the time. I'm like, oh wow.
Well, he's been on the Dudes Like Us podcast too.
Well, yeah.
Well, there you go.
He
Just saying.
He's
saying.
slotted to
But-
be here
They get the
again.
bump.
I'm curious how that's going to help me. So when I leave here and I'm on, I better start getting some free drinks. I better start
There's
getting
a
some
bottle
free
of water right
drinks.
there, buddy.
That's a bottle of water.
We'll have our people talk to your people.
Your people, my people.
Yes.
Okay.
Do
I
we
don't
have
have
peop-
people.
Do we have people?
I think we have people.
You got people. Yeah.
You're looking at them.
No, because the people told me, said you better get on that podcast. They're the bomb. I'm like, really? I've never
But
heard
it's a
of
lot
them.
of fun.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, we have a lot of fun here. This is something that we enjoy doing as Dudes Like Us podcast. I mean, we grew up all over the planet in different regions and just
Countries.
different countries,
Yeah.
different backgrounds of the way we grew up, and we're just we all met because our sons played sports or involved in Centennial High School, and so we kind of indirectly met. And a couple of events. I'm like, "Who's that weirdo? Look at him over there.
Yes.
Has that guy got hearing aids? What's up with that? What's
Right?
going on?"
Right. He must be
And
really
it
smart.
turns out we're
Why
all
does he have a-
losers.
why-
we love it.
Why does he have a walker? He's only 40 years
Yeah.
old.
He wants the free ADA parking spots. What he wants.
That's
But
he
you know
wants.
what? That's how we figured out. We became friends that way, and the podcast thing was a result of us hanging out and
Yeah.
us clicking together. And just being able to just goof off. Somebody just said, "Hey, you guys should really do a podcast." And all of a sudden, I was like, "Ding, we should,"
You should.
And here
and we
are.
did.
And here we are.
For 8 years.
Yeah, it's a
What?
blast.
Is it 8 years?
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
7.
7.
That's close enough, man.
7.
We've been
I'm
doing
rounding
it
up.
a
7,
long time.
8, 7, 8, 20, whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
220, 221, whatever it takes.
Exactly.
It's
exactly.
We enjoy.
get that reference?
Yes.
We would love for this
I did.
podcast to take off in a great direction. It has the potential as far as I'm concerned.
Well, you got me on, so you're going
bless.
from
There
you,
we
you just
go.
doubled your audience right there.
God bless.
You went from 10 to 12.
Yeah,
there you
we
go.
go.
Thanks, Mom and
That's
Dad.
what we were looking for.
Right.
Well, cool. And we're all longtime Frisconians. So.
That's yeah.
Yeah. So that helps.
Yeah. What about you? Are you longtime Prestonian?
Well, 13 years. 14 will be in September.
He's a
with-
noob.
Yeah,
Newbie.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of newbie.
No.
But how many people, even Jeff Cheney says that most people moved here from someone else. Very few people grew up their whole life in
Correct.
Frisco.
That's
Correct.
We went from 5 prostitute trailers to,
Hot tub club.
Rosas.
Rosas to now we're 250. We're the by the way,
Unbelievable.
we're the 10th largest city in Texas. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
10th largest.
It's painful.
We're at 250. We're going to be projected to do 400. 400, yes.
No.
Yes.
It's going to be that much worse.
How do we stop that?
Well, I don't know.
I don't think you can.
It's
Stop.
going to be
You
tough.
can stop building the apartments.
Well, what's done is done. They're not going to be building any more additional housing, from what I understood. It's all going to be commercial from this point forward. Does that seem reasonable?
It's actually a lot of apartments still haven't come online yet. There's going to be a
Yikes.
lot.
A
So
lot.
what they figured out is it's all multi-use. So they'll have, retail, commercial on the bottom, and then
Oh, I
they'll
see.
have
Well, they do have some nice, good-looking
They do.
places to live in. Where they
Yeah.
do have, like in downtown Frisco. God bless it. Where they have the lights that in Christmas time they light
Yeah.
up. All those
yeah.
buildings down there, they look beautiful.
Oh, they do.
And they've got storefronts on the bottom, and then they got living places on.
Well, I'll give you an example. The mix is going to have 3,000 units.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of kids.
Where's the mix again?
That's the hole.
It's the Lebanon and the tollway. It's the hole.
That's the scuba.
Oh, the scuba park.
Yeah, the
park,
scuba
yeah.
park.
I
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah.
That's going to have 3,000 apartments?
It's going to have a lot.
Shoot.
But it's going to have a Whole Foods. So,
Okay, so they can
That
eat.
offsets
believe it
that.
or not, can you believe that Frisco doesn't have a Whole Foods or a Trader Joe's? My wife is very upset about
Well,
that.
they had
they're
a whole-
about to put a Trader Joe's.
They
They're
are.
negotiating it anyway,
Well,
right?
no, it's about to be built.
Oh,
yeah,
is it?
yeah. They're really close.
What's the concept behind that? Did they just not get an opportunity, or
I don't know exactly. I would have thought we would have got the Whole Foods first in the whole North
I
Texas.
mean, we got a
Yeah, no
Hooters.
kidding. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
I
Well,
don't
they
know.
left.
Well, that the original project where the mix is, the original developers, that one structure up front,
Yep.
that was the Whole Foods.
Yeah.
It was going to be Whole Foods, and it's still going to be the Whole Foods. But they ran out of money.
Yes.
The people that were doing that project, but they figured out really quick. Those guys were not the most up and up. They ran out of
Something
money.
shady about that whole thing.
Yeah, it was really bad, and they ran out of money and they went under. And I think they probably did a good job in negotiating, trying to get the right people in the mix. And I think it's going to be beautiful. I've seen the renderings. It's
Yeah,
gonna be,
no, it should be nice.
no. It's going to be really, really nice. I'll tell you though, we do have an issue, and I'm going to tell you, SB 840. You're going, what is that, Jared? I'm going to tell you something.
All right.
So, the legislature, led by one of the PayPal founders' wives, they decided that we need more affordable housing.
Mhm.
So, how are we going to do that? Well, they decided that the local cities have too much power. So SB 840 says they can go into commercial spaces anywhere and drop in with no zoning. So we're not allowed to zone these projects.
What?
Yes.
When did this happen?
so that could
That
quickly turn
passed.
into anything.
Bingo.
That's
can-
kind of scary.
Hold on, they can do what now? What'd you say?
They can build low-income housing right next to the Star if they own the land.
Yeah.
So if the guy that owns the land next to the Star says, you know what, I'm going to use SB 840.
Yeah, because
You
he
can't
gets,
tell
he
me
got
to-
free grant money, right?
Well, no, it's not grant money. It's the zoning. Like we would say, if the city council or the city would say, no, you need to zone it commercially. SB 840 says, no, it doesn't matter. We can go in and we can do low, and they don't have to follow the way they build it, the setbacks, all the rules and regulations. Now, here's the catch. It's only for cities 100,000 and above.
Right.
But guess who gets an exclusion? Who's the Speaker of the House? And what city is he from? Lubbock. Lubbock has an exclusion.
Dustin Burrows, is that right?
Yeah, it's Dustin Burrows.
Unbelievable.
So
they can't do it there.
They can't do SB 840 there. So he did a special carve out for himself.
Nice.
And Lubbock.
So it would destroy Lubbock.
Exactly. We did a heat map to look. Oh my God. It was all over Frisco.
Like,
So,
But
potential areas that this could
yes, it can.
so they had Section 8 housing.
I didn't say it was Section 8.
No, I'm
could
saying it.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that they were trying to push Section 8 housing in Frisco. This is a decade ago.
Okay.
They were trying to push Section 8 housing, and Frisco said no, thank you. And
Is that what happened?
yeah, well, then we got penalized. They were like, we'll suck it up. We'll spend the $25 million
like a
for the
fine.
penalty, whatever it was.
Okay.
We'll spend that $25 million and piss off. And we didn't have to have the Section 8 housing after that. Can this happen with the SBA 40?
They can come in. Well, not yet. We're fighting it. And
Well, first of all,
without giving away too much.
was that true what I just said?
I don't know that aspect about the $25 million. I have no idea about that.
We paid it off.
That I don't know. That was way before me. What I will tell you is we are hyper focused on SBA 40. That's going to be a killer because they can come in and do that, but we are fighting it vigorously.
And this is a federal.
It's a state.
It's a state deal.
It's a state deal.
And it's already
And
passed.
It already passed. Now, this is why it passed. How many cities in Texas have more than 100,000? So they were smart.
Oh yeah. They structured it very carefully to appeal to particular cities.
Well, they did that because then they could convince the other cities, hey, it doesn't include you. It's just Frisco. You don't care about Frisco. But guess what's going to happen in a few years from now? They're going to lower that 100,000 to 50,000.
Of course.
And then they're going to lower it down to 20,000.
Of course.
That's what these other leaders didn't take into account. It was subterfuge. It was a Trojan horse.
Right.
And they can pass that in a blink of an eye to drop that exclusion.
Why do they want to do that? Who benefits from that?
Votes. It gets them votes. Right?
When I talked about this is Democrat versus Republican.
Yes.
This is what the Democrats, that's their dream. They do not like Frisco because Frisco is affluent, is successful, and they want to bring it down to no offense, to city of Dallas. That's what they want. They do not want cities. They want to make sure that they have their voters, their base in these cities so they can control it.
Well, I would figure out whatever we did for the Section 8 housing.
Votes.
Figure out what we did, how we got around that, and I would do the same God blessing thing with this.
We're doing stuff, and I can't tell you what it is, but
you got Jimmy the Fish coming out.
Well, they are very upset with us. They're very upset. And I can assure you, I will fight it till my last breath.
So, are there some spots that are already picked out that are about ready to go on this?
There was an article written that the developers are eyeing, and I read it. Frisco and McKinney, they're licking their chops.
All right, here's what we do. We split Frisco into east and west. Along the county line, we can have liquor stores and none of this SB 840 BS.
No, we'll have 125,000.
150,000 is the limit according to this.
There you go.
I thought it was 100.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to lower it, so it doesn't matter.
Well, for now, I'm looking for solutions, Sean.
They didn't nip this in the bud right now. I mean, get rid of the program. I don't know why they're trying to force it on us anyways.
Well, a lot of the state reps, they voted for it and it passed, but some of them didn't, like Jerry Patterson didn't.
Can you reverse it?
We can if we could get the votes.
Then I'm thinking that.
But it goes back to, that's what it goes back to. It only affects the 100,000. There's not that many cities, and that it affects. So we gotta
Right.
push.
You have to convince the rest of the people voting that they need to care.
Exactly.
Because they're not going to care because it only affects us.
Exactly.
Right.
So that's part of the problem. Well, one of the things I actually heard some state reps didn't understand it.
Right.
And, I will say this in fairness to them. They get all these bills in front of them. They don't have time to, they don't read them. They don't really understand. And
they get the cliff notes and they're misleading.
Exactly. And guess what they have? Lobbyists. Lobbyists is like, hey, this is great. You're going to love it.
Yep.
Don't worry. It's not in your city. So just vote for it.
Right.
We'll get you something else that, and then we'll package it with something else. And that's how this stuff is made. That's how it's done. It's not,
That's how they make the sausage.
It kind of is. And, it can be done, obviously, but it'd be hard once stuff is passed. From what I've been told, it's tough to reverse.
So, what is it? Ticket. What do you always say? Ticker.
Oh, the ticker.
Ticker. Check this out.
That's from 1310. The ticker.
Yeah, I know. Check this out.
Ken Paxton, big time.
Big time.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Trouncing.
The
Cornyn.
incumbent.
How many
John
votes
Cornyn.
are in? But how many?
This
was
500,000.
Is it already called?
700,000.
Yeah.
Is it 10% in, or what they're projecting?
They have it called.
I think that's called. Yeah.
Oh, it's already called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks,
Are you sure?
Got a checkbox next to it.
Checkbox.
Looks like Mays
Check
and
mark.
Chip are still going at it, though.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big number. I thought it was going to be a little closer. I thought that Paxton was going to win, but not that big. But
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Cornyn did it. Here's
He didn't
where
do himself any favors.
Here's where I didn't understand this. I got a little behind the curtain on Cornyn. I heard, yes, Cornyn did vote with Trump most of the way, but behind the scenes, he fought every single thing that Trump was trying to do. And I'm not talking one or two things.
Everything.
Everything.
He's old guard, big time.
And he was really against Trump. But the reason why Trump didn't come out earlier is because the numbers were close, and Trump is
he's not going to
you can say a lot of things about Trump. That
Right.
guy is shrewd.
He's smart.
That guy, I don't know how he knows stuff, but he knows it. But I guarantee you, he figured out. That's why he came out for Paxton at the end there. He had his people figure out,
Oh yeah.
and even he did. He's like, I'm going with a winner.
You lose
Right.
political capital
And-
and influence if you go with losers.
62%. That's a trouncing.
Trounce.
That
Yeah.
guy, Cornyn, four-time incumbent,
Oh, yeah.
24
That
years.
is
Yeah,
Huge.
that's big.
Yeah, that's another example. They need to go. I'm sorry.
I agree.
Even if he did an excellent job, look,
I agree.
you're part of the problem because we need new meat in there.
Yeah.
You got to stretch. You got to wiggle. You need yin. You need yang. You got to go back and forth and come up with some new ideas. You can't get that with four times.
Paxton
Ken
had-
Paxton told me a story. I asked him, and it was with a group of people, and what happens to these guys? They get elected,
They get rich.
and they go down there and they're excited and they can't wait to get there. And I'm going to do this, and I'm this conservative, and blah blah blah. And he said, "This is what happens. They show up, and they don't know what's going on, but then they want to get invited to all the parties and all the good stuff.
Right.
And to get invited and be included, you start having to shave off your morals, what you ran on.
Oh yeah.
And before you know it, you're John Cornyn. You're
Right.
literally a John Cornyn." And he said, he was telling the group of us, he said, he goes, no one goes down there to be John Cornyn or, these rhinos. They don't go down there to be that way. He goes, they're made into that.
Yes.
And when I thought about it for a second, I said, he's probably right.
Yep.
He's probably right.
So-
That's how it happens.
So is Ken going to go there and go, I don't need to go to the parties?
Or
Is that going to happen to him as well?
I don't know. I mean, I'd like to think,
Right.
yes, he's not, because
But they all
Ken
say
was
it.
an outsider, but you're
Yep.
right. I think some of it, yeah, he probably will get sucked in a little bit. Let me put it to you this way. It's intoxicating.
Yeah.
When people start calling you senator and you
Oh,
get
yeah.
invited to these things, and these billionaires invite you and they say, hey, this project would look really good.
All right.
I think here's the other angle. They get there and they're like, we have our eye on you. You have a lot of potential, and here's what we have this laid out for you. You need to get on. Hold on, Sean. We need to get you on this commission. To get you on that commission, you're going to need to do this, and then we're going to get you on that committee.
Did you hear this guy?
And then we're going to get you on that committee, and
He's smart.
They get sucked into this future and this career and this excitement.
They do.
You know what I mean? And then they're bought.
You could
100%.
write a book. That's it. That's
100%.
what they do say that. They say that exact same thing. They say,
they get them all.
We want
up.
you on. This is the best committee. I'm going to get you on there. And then you start listening to other people on the committee. And then, no offense, you guys probably have a little bit of groupthink, right? Why? Because you're buddies.
Yep.
Right? So you may have an idea, but you're not going to tell the other guys. You're like, well, they don't really think like that. So I don't want them. I don't want to mention
a lot
that.
of wacky things.
Right.
I do.
Sean, and so
And that's a good thing.
That's what happens. And then all of a sudden, you do it all the time.
Yep.
And you lose yourself. After 24 years, John Cornyn forgot. He forgot what got him there.
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't get 32% because he's this great guy. How about Bill Cassidy out of Louisiana? He came in third place.
Right.
Yeah.
He only had 25%.
Yeah.
The guy that was second, was it a guy? Yeah, it was a guy. He spent only $1 million and he got second place with 28%.
Right. Yep. Yep. That's true.
When you forget where you came from, when you forget the Seans and the dude like us guys, that's when you're finished.
Don't forget about us, Sean.
Yeah.
Don't forget about it, Sean.
Never.
Don't ever forget about
It's my
us.
stomping grounds. We're gonna have my seat bronzed.
And think about this: John Cornyn was second runner-up to John Thune to be the Senate Majority Leader.
He was second.
I
Be the
dare
Senate
remember
Majority Leader.
Unbelievable.
You're 1,000% correct. Yeah, I forgot about that. You're right. He was.
That was just a year and a half ago.
It was.
All right. Back to the bourbon.
Well, look, because we're at the tail end of the first half of the Dudes Like Us podcast, and typically what we like to do is we're talking about the bourbon for the first half. It's a Maker's Mark. It's a 2021 limited release. It's an FAE 02, and that's the
And Jeff knows what that means.
Fatty acid esters.
yes. It's the what is the 02? Is that the second level of the fatty acid esters?
There's an 01 and an 02. There may be an 03. We have, I think, the 01 out there as well. It's just releases. First one of the year, second one of the year kind of a thing. But these were, this was a really hard one to find. Again, 2021, so we've had it for a while. But this was a hard one to find. It's actually very, very good.
It was good.
It
Lots
is
of
tasty.
sweet, very sweet to me.
So it's part of the Distiller's Wood Finishing series. It's a textured, focused release designed to highlight the creamy, fattier mouthfeel naturally retained with the whiskey in a non-chill filtered.
Ooh, that's a mouthful.
Yes.
Stop it.
Well done, Sean.
And we all know what the fatty acid esters are now, right?
Of course.
It's it's the stuff that seeps out of the wood.
Yeah.
That flavors
the very viscousy
It's
stuff.
the oils that come out of the wood.
Is that a second pour?
No, you guys always say that. You guys drink down your stuff so fast, and here I am sipping.
You guys did drink yours down fast.
You did. I got a witness. Finally, validation.
Yeah.
Sean forgot to pour me some.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the nose, dusty oak, sweet baked cherry, cinnamon streusel. I know, it just caught me off guard. Coffee cake and dark caramel. The palate, exceptionally rich, thick, creamy, features a note buttery caramel, sweet pastries, dried apricots, green apples, dark cherries. The dark cherry stuff.
Do you get any of that, Jared? Everything he just rattled off.
Well,
I
he's
don't.
got
You get
he's got
any
no
of that?
He's got no
I got
nose
some of
and
it.
mouth feel right now.
I'm not sophisticated palates like you guys. I'm just blue collar.
Yeah. Well, what's your go-to fun time? Drink?
I used to be this, in college, all I could afford was beer, light beer. And then as I got older, it was more the mixed drinks. And so, I like a good old fashioned.
There you go.
Yeah.
I
So
like
it's
a good old fashioned
with a cigar.
I do. I like to smoke cigars, and
Do you get
like
your pre-mixed stuff, or do you make your own?
no, I make it my own. Oh yeah.
What
Yeah,
bourbon
that's
do you
a lot of
normally
fun.
use?
I don't do the fancy stuff. I'll do Woodford Reserve,
There you go.
something like
good.
that.
That's solid.
It's a solid choice.
Very solid.
I'm not this. I don't check the fatty acids in the first and the second
No?
edition. I'll be very frank with you. I don't know what
Well,
that
it
is.
comes
so.
it comes later on in
Yeah.
you just kind of get. So I'm going to rate this as what it is. I forgot even what is the proof on it. It's 110 proof, 109 and a half.
Nice.
Right.
So it's about 110 proof.
Very tasty.
What do you- I'm just going to say it's. I'm going to do a 7.5.
That's exactly where I was at, 7.5.
I was going to go 7. Yeah.
All right.
Not a,
solid.
not a 7.6, just 7.5
7.5.
Yeah.
Out of 10.
Okay,
Yes.
wow.
I mean, anytime
that's
the
fair.
three of us do something above a 7, it's solid.
Oh,
it's
really?
pretty good.
Very
Yeah.
solid.
Have
Yeah.
you ever
7 is
had
good.
below a 5? Is there? Have you ever had a chance?
Yeah,
You've
there's
had
been-
below a 5.
Oh,
There's been
yeah.
a couple. His Eagle Rare is like a 3.2.
Yeah.
I raised it to a 4.2
Yeah,
now.
but there's one recently that I was a 4, I think. I can't remember
yeah.
what it
A
was.
4?
Yeah, it was
not good.
It wasn't very good.
We do vary sometimes, but usually we're all within
Was
a couple
stuff
points.
floating in it? Is that why it was a 4?
No, it does.
They
look,
didn't even strain it?
there's factors.
Hey, that could be
you
a
know,
good thing, by the way.
how spicy it is. How long does it last in your mouth? You know, the thickness. Does it smell good?
The price.
You know, the price point has a big punch to it too.
Oh, huge.
If it's overpriced, you know, the question is, would we replace this bottle? That's what Jeff says all the time, and it is such a great
answer-
way to measure this.
The answer is yes.
Absolutely, 100%. I would replace this bottle.
Yep. You can't, but yes, if you could find it, I would buy it
Because,
again.
Jared, there's so many options out there, man.
So
Within
I've
every
got to
price
ask.
range.
I've got to ask a neophyte like myself. How do you? First of all, how did you know all that? That's A. Is there like a wine spectator for wine? Is there stuff for bourbon?
There is, but there's a bunch of YouTube channels out there.
Oh, is that what it is?
Bunch of
Okay.
YouTube channels.
So how do you go to Specs or one of these other places to find that bottle?
You just go weekly and you look to see what they have.
You
in their
become
stock.
You become like
It's
VIP guest there.
If you show up
Like,
enough,
that's
they
what
get
we
to
are.
know you and they'll say, "Hey, we got this in."
Hey, it's the dudes like us, and we're like,
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Frisco City Council. We got that special bottle in reserve, and it's the 4 that he said was the number 4.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you didn't
All
vote for
right.
me, did you?
All right, so first half of the Dudes Like Us podcast. We're thanking our guests. You can stick around for the second half?
Well, if you guys want me to, I guess I could.
Of course.
God bless. All right, we've got to wrap this up because we're running out of time here. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We got it. We're kind of a big deal. We got it everywhere, you know? Thank you, Chuck. Mr. Producer, staying on top of stuff. Dudes Like Us. I'm Sean.
I'm Paul.
I am Jeff.
And I'm Jared, Frisco City Council.
We'll be right back.
Thank you.